Hi guys, we are back and just about to dive into our second set of the evening between ELong and Gas Plus Night Eagles. And we clearly know who's favored in this best of five, to be perfectly honest. But I seriously hope that not every single team has been poisoned with this new meta game of, I guess you'd say, trying to acquire draws, if you will. I hope, that's all I can say at this point.
Yeah, I think ELong, they love to attack and they're really aggressive. So we didn't expect we're gonna see that many draws today.
I have to agree with you on that because I mean we saw them beat NVIDIA Aces, and that upset all of us just a little bit. I mean we thought NVIDIA Aces were gonna take that set almost certainly. I mean maybe 3-1, 3-2. That was the very first set of the Gold Series, if I'm not mistaken, that we ever broadcasted, and it was amazing to watch. To be perfectly honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we got the guys that are ready to go. Already loaded up in lobby for the time being. We've got two AMX 1390s, an AMX 50, and two T32s coming out from Gas Plus Night Eagles. Not what I guess you could say is the most mobile team composition, but at the same time, mobility isn't a necessity on a small map like this one, on Mines.
Okay, ELong choose 4 auto order. Maybe they're gonna choose 5. Okay, they choose 5.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't say dangerous, but
yeah, it's really dangerous. But it depends on your strategy and skill.
And it also depends on the strategy to be employed. So I mean, 3 of those are light tanks. 4. Wait, what's the T69? Is that light or medium?
It's a medium.
It's a medium
Okay.
tank with an auto loader with 4 shots, right?
Yeah, it's 4 shots, and M50 is auto is a heavy tank by the speed. I say it's faster than T69. It's a heavy tank, but the speed higher than the T69, the mid tank. Yeah.
All right, so just about everything out there moves relatively quickly coming from ELong, except for the AMX 50. I think if it's one advantage that the Gas Plus Night Eagles are going to have going for them, it's going to be in their armor. T32s, AMX 50 standing out there.
But I think the ELong team, they're gonna avoid the T32 and trying to attack the M13 and M50 first.
Okay, using their speed.
Yep.
Okay, so still waiting for ELong's
Nightmare
to load into the game. Nightmare, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, come on. Just waiting for you, buddy. There you go. Alright, so 3 AMX 13s, T69, and AMX 50. We're loading out right now.
Okay. I said that ELong team, they're gonna control the hill first, and after that, they're gonna control the northeast part of the village and try to support the attack.
Right.
Yeah, the first. Okay,
Well, I would shudder to think, or I cringe at the thought that maybe we could see a repeat of game number 1 between Numb and Intense Honking. I think the last thing any of us want to see would actually be an identical game, a completely identical game to game number 1. But they're off, spawning to the north, it's going to be Night Eagles, and spawning to the south, it's going to be ELong. Of course, unfortunately, Star CN there gets off to a poor start because, well, his team with Cunningham isn't the Superman that the rest of the team's tanks are. But look at this. Look, ELong is ready. They're going balls to the wall with this one. They're just rushing around the east side of the hill, and they're going to dive in on everything. The lighthouse position is way, way off. That's where 3 of the Gas Plus Night Eagles tanks are presently.
Yep.
All right, GRBCN. He's got a spot. I'm pretty sure he's got a spot onto Nid Jojo there. It's just that he's waiting for his reticle to come back together for the accuracy. That's kind of a semi-surround once you stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Shaco has been spotted.
Yeah, he just fired a shot as well. Okay. No Jojo and
No Jojo is a T1, right?
Yep, it's a T1.
He's just trying to find out if there's anything on the hill.
Okay.
Okay.
And the NVIDIA team, not NVIDIA, the Gage Plus team, they give up whole S-Part, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to remark for the time being that this is not the positioning that we typically see in the 7 versus 7 on this map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And this, I'm liking it already. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
But the question is this game going to end in a draw? That's what's driving everyone nuts back at home in the audience.
Yeah, it's not that easy, I think. Because they can use a T69 or, you know, other heavy tank or light tank, go to the D4,
Mm-hmm.
trying to counter the west part. I mean, if someone stand there and Niger will really hard to go back to base, you know.
Uh-oh. Already you can see the first shot of the game hitting Reflection there for 211 damage. Not something we would have expected coming from, you know, 3 tanks at the lighthouse. Geez, this is... I'm thinking to myself, why couldn't we just see them all rush up the middle? It would have been the perfect rush coming out of ELong for their
that's right.
the 2 lights on the east side of the map.
Oh, what I was thinking that is, if Gash plus Night Eagles already know that ELong is going to do this strategy, so that's why they didn't rush up the hill, you know. So that's why they all camp on the west side, because they know you're going to flank us on the right side. So we just don't go up the hill because you're going to flank us.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, I think.
Okay.
Jojo just been removed from the game. That was T1 Cunningham, and that was a nice shot coming out of Black CN. All right. So the question to be asked now is, where do the teams go from here? What decisions do they make? How do they pile into this? But Shaco actually took a little bit of damage there. I guess our observer didn't catch it, or maybe I was too blind to see it.
Yeah, Shaco in GRB is trying to retreat right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to reposition to another side, maybe, you know, going to attack the west side.
Yeah, because the layer is 3 light tank, right? So
Makes perfect sense.
yeah, because MS50 on the 85 and T32 there, if they rush to the west part, you know, no one can support this. That's 2 light tank there.
Mm-hmm.
No one, you know. So I bet they're gonna use 3 MS50 to rush from the line K, you know, on the bottom and the flank to the west part. They use the heavy tank and the T69 to offer support fire on the F4.
Well, they're about to unload on the entire enemy team, our Chinese team, that is to say. They're about to unload on the entire enemy team at the lighthouse with all the fury of every single brick of the Great Wall of China. And before falling, ABC would manage to deal out 10 damage to CKSBB
Yeah.
on Gash Plus.
Okay, here they come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say. You know.
It's looking a little bit terrifying if your name is anyone on Gash Plus.
The problem is for CKSBB or another M13, they shoot a lot, you know. They may not have too many bullets on the magazine, I think.
One shot kind of wasted there on that T1 Cunningham. That's actually Hank's AOA NE. 218, 12 damage off of GRB there, and he took that T1 out of the game. 316 off of N60 NE. Missed shot from GRB, unfortunately. Wildly inaccurate turret. Well, come on. Someone's got to be willing to budge here.
Wow.
Someone's got to give. And now, actually, somewhere in all of that, we missed a ton of damage that was dealt out on CKSBB. Another shot hits him for 312 damage. And I think this might just be the moment where we want to see ELong just pile in on what's out there or take advantage of the situation at hand.
Why is
we are.
Shaco on this position?
Yeah,
Wow, he
CKS
missed it.
dodges
Wow.
the shot.
Oh, he missed
dodges
again.
the second shot. Will it be a third or not?
Oh,
559 off of
third.
GRB. That is a not so great exchange.
Yeah, and GRB got a lot of punishment.
Yeah.
Wow.
253 damage off of N60 NE. Like, we're
Yeah.
talking... he tried to unleash everything he had on that. He fired 3 shots, hit nothing, and took 2 shots worth of damage. And that's not so hot. So we're already at 1 minute into the game. If we see a YOLO rush coming from both sides, I think, like, Well, actually, I think Gash plus Night Eagles would lose that, so they've got to actually stay firm and solid on ground, and I think they might, how do I say this? If they want to hope for a draw, they can't depend on T1 Cunninghams to do it for them.
Yeah.
They have to depend on themselves. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. This might be where we see a major play happen.
Yep,
Might
Shaco in reflection is going to flank on the north side right now.
Exactly, the AMX 1390 tag team, as you can see.
Yep. Well, hey, the other one is an MX 50 actually.
I'm sorry,
Reflection is
my
on
mistake.
an AMX 50.
Catch Shen getting dived down on. 15 seconds to go on the clock. I don't think we're going to see all the tanks die here at this particular moment. 488 off of Nightmare CN. 469 off of N60, and he lives. And CKSBB looks like he might be in very mortal danger. He's taken down. And will there be a Reaper awarded to Shaco? It looks like no. He doesn't get the second follow-up shot to take down the Gash plus AMX 1390 at the Lighthouse. Okay.
We got a fourth draw today.
Yeah, I mean...
fourth in a row.
I would hate to see, I'd really hate to see four best of threes in a row draw. Or excuse me, 4 best of fives in a row draw. But let's see how the next game goes on our next map after this short break. Alright guys, this is game number 2, and I'm wondering if this is going to break the long, how do I say this, the very, very long streak of draws we have witnessed today. So far it's been 4.
Yeah, well, the map is really hard to control, but on such a scenario like the immediate team, the Gage Plus team, they handle and control the hill on the southeast, and they won't live there. Maybe they can make a draw there.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I don't hope that.
Yeah, I think Cash Plus is on the north side, right?
In the north, okay, that's
Yeah.
better, you know. Yeah. Because if the north team only can camp on the west part, but it's not that easy to make a draw there because they can go and shoot them. But if they camp on hill, you know, the hill offer really nice position for defensive team. So if a team they have a hill and they control a railway, normally it's really easy to defend, you know.
Yeah, this is a scary loadout very scary loadout coming from ELong, to be honest. I mean, we've seen them try to do 5 autoloaders before altogether, like 5 IMX 1390s or 4 IMX 1390s, but never with one T69 before, if I can recall correctly. But this is going to come down a lot to coordinated fire, but
Yeah.
I think this is the one game we're going to encounter that will not be a draw for today.
Yep.
I'm very strongly saying this. ELong's gonna go with some kind of strategy that got practiced for a long, long time, I imagine. So let's
Yeah,
see.
they like it fast turn. So we cannot see they rush after 40 seconds. Because after 40, the M30 is reloaded.
Alright, so spawning to the south, it is ELong. And spawning to the north, it's going to be Gash plus Night Eagles. China versus Taiwan is the name of the game today.
But look like the night team gonna cross the railroad and defend on the east.
Looks like that.
Yeah, sounds about right here. I mean, like, once they hit that fortified position, they're going to have the armor to, of course, just put in places that they need to give them turret poke advantage, if you will. And then that's going to force ELong to play into their hands. But the question is, can ELong stop them from putting those hands out to be played into? We're about to find out. Reflection just soaring over the railroad tracks, and he's going to get some vision for the time being. Both sides should be loaded and ready to go. Reflection does take the first shot of the game for 216 damage.
Wow. Look at that. ELong is just rushing through the railway.
They don't give a damn, and that's working against them just a little bit. 772 damage off of Black CN. And it looks like the amount of damage that they returned in this game has not quite panned out. So what happens from here on out is the real question. 5 and 6 damage off of N60 and CKSBB. I think they might have rammed each other by mistake. Reflection trying to get his bearings just a bit there. Dodging shots just a teeny bit. And in the background, 510 damage off of audio. That's stacked up to like 638 for the time being. What else would it stack into? Not much. 249,
Wow,
and the
nice.
ceiling shot comes from Reflection CN.
Yep.
So
But I
that's-
think the ELong team, they can set someone up here. If you on the hill, you can get better shooting position there.
Oh, for sure. They're going to need a T1 Cunningham would be the
Wow.
best tank to use for
Another
that
one.
job. 214 off of Shako. And they took Gas Plus N60 out in the background.
Wow.
218
Yeah.
off of...
And ELong tell us they don't need a heal. You know, they got very nice coordinated fire.
Yeah, and look at that. I think they're going to flank from the south. I mean the north.
Yeah,
One
but there is a
game.
T1, so someone gonna be spotted.
All right, so it's not all smooth sailing from here just yet from ELong. I mean, they can't just pile in on that. They could take shots to their turrets. They could take shots to their ammo racks, and then they'll just explode and die.
Okay, the kill
But-
another T1.
Yeah. Right now,
Okay.
it's 4
Right now, yeah.
versus 7.
Yeah, the Nigo have to make choice right now. They have to defend the base or push it as soon as possible.
They're getting totally surrounded at this
Yeah,
moment. If we just look
yeah.
at the minimap, it's a scary position to be on. If you
Yeah.
have vision of all those tanks around you, you are getting wrapped around if you are Gash plus Night Eagles for the time being.
Okay, they're just waiting for the that moment. 2 T1 is captured. Okay, Nigo had to make a decision right now.
All right, so Black is
Okay, someone come back,
yeah.
and then someone gonna be sniping.
Shako takes 248 there.
A T69, but only one, They have two AMX 1390s waiting for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay,
two
that
AMX
come
1390s versus T69. Well,
Yeah, it's really easy. You know.
yeah, I mean,
Boom,
even
boom,
though the
boom.
T69 does counter, it doesn't quite work out. 484 off of Catch Gen 769, and it looks like GRB's gonna dive in 931, and GRB does get the final shot onto that. This is gonna be a capture and a victory for our Chinese compadres, unless Hanks or Gash Plus Arium can actually just prevent that. They did.
Wow. It's a reset.
Yeah, they got a reset, the miracle reset that they needed, but
Yeah, but you know it's a trick.
right. How do you last 3 more minutes in this situation? We're talking about Hanks trying to stay alive, and judging by the movement on the minimap thus far, I don't think anyone knows his present position,
Yep.
although it can be discovered
Yep.
relatively easily.
But
Yeah.
we still have like 140, 160 seconds.
hmm
So it's enough for capture.
It's more than enough for a capture, of course, and they know that that T1 Cunningham is no match for them. Hanks is trying to hide it out for the time being, but he can't do that. He can't do that. Realistically speaking, I mean, if there's any hope in them winning this game, the only thing they can do is, shoot, do some damage, run away. But even Hanks doesn't have, a T1 Cunningham doesn't have the speed to do that.
Yep.
So, game number 2. Draw streak broken.
Okay.
We're going to have ELong take this, and that's going to put them up 2-1, and I think that's going to slate them to win this series. I mean, it would have me absolutely appalled to see them lose the next 2 games, but at the same time, I do have to say that we did see team efficiency up 2 points versus Charlotte Tiger, and then Charlotte Tiger brought it up 2 points, and then the final game was a draw.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Yep.
But
yeah, that's right.
looking at from a quick analytical perspective, I did not think that Night Eagles had the stronger tank selection.
They
All of the
take
tanks had less
more-
armor.
They take more defensive, But on the position,
Oh, I'm
If-
sorry. I meant to say Elong. Sorry, Elong actually had less armor.
Yeah, they got
yeah, they
4
got,
AMX 13s.
yeah, they love speed.
Mhm.
The ELong always choose high speed strategy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when they see the T32, okay, or they choose more heavy tank. That means you're gonna take more defensive because you cannot line up your tank like with the higher long distance. They're gonna break through and kill someone is separate.
Right.
Yep. So if the Niger choose a heavy tank, that means they're gonna stick together. So ELong just separate. They just spread out and they're trying to break any point you have.
Hook, line, sinker, textbook victory coming from Night Eagles. I mean, that's just one example that shows, armor doesn't always make a difference so much as tactics. And these guys were ripping through Night Eagles tonight. So we'll be back in just a few minutes with game number 3, which could be the end of the series.
Yep.
All right, guys, this is it. Could be the final game between ELong and Gash Plus Night Eagles. Excuse me, the final game, rather. And it looks like we got now ELong loading up with the same exact loadout that they had in the previous game. From Gash Plus, I can't quite see what their strategy is, but they do have a little bit of mobility. They've got 4 autoloaders themselves, actually 5 autoloaders.
Yep.
But they do have the heavy tank, and I think the AMX-50 could do a lot of damage.
We got all autoloader.
Oh, yeah.
We got a 10 autoloader.
This is going to be a chaotic game, guys. Like, this is going to be either the game where Night Eagles comes back from their 1-game deficit, or we see ELong just take this straight up 2-1. Because or excuse me, 3-1, because game number 1 was a tie on mines.
If they all rush to the west bar, the ELong gonna win this one because of MS50 will need like 20-second reload on the west part,
All right, so they're off.
Oh.
To north, it is ELong.
Yeah, I would say, I expect the ELong gonna win this one because of the MS50. MS50, when he reached the middle, the F2, he's still on the reloading, so he cannot offer any support there.
All right, so from the south, it's Gash Plus Night Eagles. North, it's ELong. Uh-oh, do we have a disconnect? No. We got Gash Plus N60 actually struggling for cover.
Yeah.
Audio gets a nice hit onto Nightmare and a nice follow-up onto Reflection. So altogether, the damage dealt out is pretty okay. Now I think we're taking it into free cam. Of course, we gotta love the free cam observer. That looks absolutely marvelous. 247 off of ELong Black, 450 now.
Yeah.
And it's not looking too hot for him. N60 taking 762 damage.
Wow. Huge damage there.
No, what is Black driving? It looks like he's in the T69 right now, which means he's the guy who's supposed to counter the AMX 1390s. And there's the vision from ELong that tells them, okay, well, snap, these guys are right over the other side of the hill.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do something.
They're rushing. After the MS50 reloaded, they're rushing. That's right.
Oh,
they cannot
man.
rush in the first minute.
Here we go. Night Eagles diving in there. CKSBB takes 217. And now it looks like Nightmare and Reflection could be pretty much forfeit. 283 off of CKSBB. 532 now, 748, and he is toast in 3, 2, 1. Not quite. Okay. all right. So
Okay,
there we go. It took a little bit longer. 668 off of Arya. 272 off of N60. Arya still alive, and both of those AMX 1390s in the high ground are almost forfeit. We're just waiting to see what Nightmare's going to do. He falls down the hill, he topples down, and he takes down the last T1 Cunningham on Night Eagles.
Yeah, I just wonder why the Night Eagle rush in,
It was a poorly coordinated rush is what I was thinking. They might have misread the situation completely, but hold that thought. 519 off of Cat Chen. And it looks like Nightmare's going to turn around. He's going to turn the Hunter into the Hunted. 224, 314 tracks hit, 337. I think he's on fire. He might be. No, it's a T1 Cunningham shooting at him.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 576. Who is in the lead right now? It's actually 3 tier 8s for ELong and 3 for Gash Plus.
It's quite even.
Right.
But you know what? They got 2 M13. The speed for them is really nice. So they got more surge. They got more mobility.
But here's the advantage that ELong has. Their trump card comes in the form of a T1 Cunningham by the name of ABC.
Yeah, might be. Oh, okay. They got 4 minis, so.
If he takes the long way around, he could definitely pull off a capture. He was going to force one of those tanks to go back. And another thing that's very, very critical here is Black. If he gets caught out, if he gets shot, he's out of the game. If it doesn't bounce. If it's one more direct hit with him, he's just done for.
Yep.
Yeah, but Shaco and GRB are in full health.
Yeah, full health. And the 2 M13, they got really nice speed,
Instead of ELong going for the capture, they're going to play extremely conservatively. What they're doing is they actually have the T1 Cunningham back at home.
Yep.
They want to make sure no one goes for the capture on their base. They want to get a draw. And Night Eagles cannot afford that scenario.
Yeah, and the GRB really have really nice positioning there. So, I think the Gauge Plus do not have that nice chance right now, right here. If they rush in, they will offer the black a really good chance to shoot them.
Okay, so just waiting to see what the move is going to be. ELong playing off their 1 point advantage. If Night Eagles wants any hope of surviving this set, their move has to be very soon. Very, very soon.
Yep.
I think the best chance for them is to take out black first, and then try to deal with the other two.
Yeah, but you know,
13s.
ELong team know that. They
Yeah.
won't let you get the black. You know, they're gonna snipe in you. They're gonna kill you. So
And beyond that, the question is, where is black right now?
yeah, they don't know that.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, I kind of like. Wait, dude.
Okay,
are they
they
doing
think,
what I think they're gonna
yeah,
do?
they think about okay, you might go to capture. You know,
Yeah.
So you come back.
No,
but
no,
problem
no.
for the Night Eagle right now is you have
think-
to attack. You know, you
I think I
cannot
see what they're
defend.
doing. They're trying to rotate to either the middle ground or to the
Yeah,
west end.
Yeah, but we only have 2 minutes here.
Right.
So you cannot do a big flanking. You have to try to kill enemy, you know, or trying to capture their base. But they don't have the chance right now. You know, you cannot stand there.
Well, they can't afford to wait, but that's exactly what they're doing. The one thing they can't afford to do is the one thing that they are doing at this very moment. And they've got 90 seconds left on the clock. They've got to make something happen. They know they've got to make something happen. And I think under the present circumstances, if they get lucky or if they just make all their shots connect, they can win this game.
Okay, they give up. I think.
Yeah.
Or let me figure out that.
Well, it is pretty late here in Taiwan. I mean, it's 9:27, of course. No. What's the word I'm looking? No pun intended to the guys in Australia and New Zealand, of course. But, I mean, we're getting there for the time being. And I think this is... It's hard to say for the time being just what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
Maybe their commander didn't, figure out a strategy for this kind of situation or something.
I don't know.
But
It's...
they cannot give up. You know.
Yeah, that's right. They cannot just stand there.
But here we go. Last 40 seconds of the game.
Okay.
They finally make something happen. They might have been... I don't know. Maybe they were discussing what they should have been doing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right. No address to time, if you will. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. And now, if ELong wants to win, all they have to do is hide.
Yeah.
13,
Okay.
13 seconds.
12,
till
10.
it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
5,
4,
3,
3, 2,
1.
1 in a very unclimactic manner.
Okay.
There we go. Well, ELong takes a set, 3-2.
Yeah, and in the beginning, I think Nigo, the commander of Nigo doing really nice because of he hold his team and he don't rush it because of M50 still on reloading. You know, I saw some team, everyone is rush, even he's on reload. So, they doing okay, and after that, after M50 reload, okay, they rush it. That's right. Also, I think that's right too, because of you got more firepower.
Oh, yeah.
You
Hands
have
down.
heavy tank. You got best chance to kill them, but the direction is not that okay because you can kill the light tank on the hill first, or trying to push them down and regroup your unit to push again. But they push the hill and then someone push the north side in the village.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
those
right.
guys all die.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Separated.
Yeah. So
It's a little, I guess you could say a bit of poor coordination. Maybe they read into the situation the wrong way on the west end of the map. But
Yep.
I think if they all went into the west side, it could have been a worse situation, perhaps. Because not only are they diving into tanks that are adequately prepared for them, but also they're going to get shot at from the rear.
yep.
But, I mean, it's the way the cookie crumbles with this, unfortunately. And I'm glad to see that we don't have a draw.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone back at home is too. But
We got 5 draw today.
yeah,
Wow.
almost like it was crazy. It was a little bit absurd, but That's just the way this ended for the evening. So I think we'll see you guys next Tuesday. My name is Breaker.
This is Edison99.
And I'm Skip Bro.
Again, we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye bye.
Have
Bye,
a good
guys.
night.